2018 was a pretty dangerous year for Chicago. Every 2 hours and 57 minutes, a person was shot, and every 14 hours and 54 minutes, a person was murdered. And in the month of June of 2018, a total of 24 gang members died in 1 month. This will mark one of the deadliest months for Chicago. Plus, a lot of well-known gang members died this month.
Real wild on BD. Hot as hell, no shirt on under this BD. They know, hey, you know what they say about them with the hoodie on in the summertime on BD. He ain't out here trying to play. Right up.
Make sure you go check out my website that's in the description, where I post exclusive videos that I can't post on YouTube or Instagram. Plus, I have merch on there too. This daily month started on June 1st, 2018, where a GGE member will lose their life. John Trell Johnson, aka 14, was driving in the 2000 block of West 71st Street when another car pulled up and 2 people inside started shooting at him. This all happened around 12:15 a.m. Then it would be June 3rd, 2018. Andre Steffens Jr., aka Remy Dre / Drizzy, from the BTBG / NLNB set. He was standing in the 700 block of North Trumbull when someone opened fire and struck him in the back and abdomen. He was pronounced dead at 5:29 p.m. Around 2 days later on June 5th, 2018, 34-year-old Archie Harris, aka Nook, from the B-Gang Harlem Boys set, he was in the 5700 block of West Congress Parkway. At around 9:33 p.m., 34-year-old Archie Harris was shot multiple times and was pronounced dead at the scene. This next death will be an unusual death that would end in a well-loved gang member dying. It would be the next day on June 6, 2018. 24-year-old Maurice Grayton Jr., aka House Party, from the Del Mob Chris block set, was in the 300 block of East 47th Street when he was approached by police. The body cameras worn by the officers show Maurice running towards an iron fence. As he mounted the fence, the police fired shots at him. This all happened around 8:15 p.m. Police claimed that he was armed, and Maurice's family said the weapon in the photo wasn't his gun. Maurice Grayton Jr. died at the age of 24. Only 2 days later on June 8, 2018, at about 7 p.m., 30-year-old Kennedy Blount, aka Kenny Ford from the Sickle Mob set, was walking in the 1600 block of South Harmon when someone in a gray Jaguar opened fire. Kennedy was shot in the head, right arm, and later died at the hospital. Then on the same day, only about 3 hours later, a man was shot to death at around 10 p.m. that night in the 7900 block of South Muskegon. He was identified as Trevor Whaley, aka Trevor / Bako from the NLNB set. He was shot in the head and leg and was pronounced dead at the scene. He was only 25 at the age of his death. The next day on June 9th, 2018, a guy from the State Boys CMG set would die. His name was Thomas Davis, aka T Streets, and officers found him in the 4500 block of South Champion Avenue at about 6:10 a.m. He was only 30 at the age of his death. This next person was a well-loved Del Block Chris Block member, and he was also a well-loved OTF member too. Derek Wisely, aka G Newski / Nunu, was in the 4700 block of South Vincent Avenue at around 2:25 p.m. when someone walked up on him and shot him multiple times. He was only 28 at the age of his death. Plus, 051 Melly was the guy that allegedly killed him, and I have a whole documentary on him on my page, so make sure you go check that out. Only about a day later, a STL / EBT member would die. It would be June 10th, 2008. This would be where 6 people were shot and 1 died from his injuries. It was around 1:10 a.m. The 6 people were gathered outside in the 6400 block of South Eberhard when someone fired shots from a passing vehicle. 39-year-old Tyrone White was pronounced dead at the scene. Then only about 5 minutes later on the same day, at around 1:15 a.m., 29-year-old Devane Walker was sitting in a vehicle in the 1900 block of South Garfield Boulevard. Someone suddenly walked up and shot him in the abdomen. Walker drove himself down the street and then crashed into a parked vehicle near a gas station. Devane Walker was taken to the hospital where he died from his injuries at only the age of 29. On his same daily day, at around 5:07 p.m., June 10th, 2018, Gregory Jody, aka Lil Craig / Big Lord from the Steph Gang set, was sitting on a porch in the 5400 block of South Winchester when someone opened fire. Jody was struck once in the chest and 3 times in the back and was pronounced dead at the hospital. This next person would be a well-loved affiliate member and was actually a girl. Tanisha Brown, aka Mubu KC, was allegedly an affiliate member of the Snow Block set and was actually innocent. She was in the 1200 block of Orchard Road when someone shot her multiple times. She was a well-loved affiliate from Snow Block. This guy, Hamid Brown, was charged for the murder. Then on the next day, on June 11, 2018, police said drivers of a Toyota Corolla slammed into a Chevy Impala after not stopping at a red light at the 83rd Street and Yates Boulevard at about 3:30 a.m. The impact sent one of the cars into a nearby garage. The driver of the Chevy Impala was identified as 23-year-old Michael Rudolph, aka Fat Mike / Nate, allegedly from the 358 gang. He would have been celebrating his 24th birthday that next month. About 3 days later, on June 14, 2018, Larnell Blunt, aka Larnell from Kush Cowboys / T3 gang, was in the 1300 block of West 108th Street at around 6:15 p.m. when someone shot him in the torso and shot 2 other people that were wounded. He was pronounced dead at the scene. June 15, 2018, Troy Hampton, 43 years of age, was shot dead in the 400 block of East 63rd Street. He was an innocent person shot between a gang gunfight. The other person that died in this incident was a well-loved STL member, DeAndre Wallace, aka CGR / Memad, allegedly from the Hideaway / D block. Plus, he was also a well-loved STL member. He died at only the age of 22. Only about an hour later, on June 15, 2018, a man was killed and another one was wounded that Friday night. Alante Claire, 25 years of age, was arguing with 3 other males at about 10:50 p.m. in the 6700 block of South Parnell Avenue when one of the males pulled out a gun and shot Claire several times in the upper body before running away. He was taken to the University of Chicago Medical Center where he died from his injuries. June 16, 2018, Ladarius Wallace, aka Lou D / Dope Boy from the BTBG set, was only 17 when he was found shot to death that Saturday morning at around 7:27 a.m. in the 3400 block of West Curl. He died from gunshot wounds to the back. On that same day, on June 16, 2016, at around 10:40 p.m., Maurice Lewis, aka Water from Drekeside, was in the 1600 block of East 53rd Street when gunfire erupted. He was shot multiple times in his back and died at the age of 40. 2 other people were shot from this incident and survived. June 17, 2018, Kenneth Hill, aka Dude Rue, from the Smoke Block / Dean Mob set, he was standing on a sidewalk at about 6:15 a.m. in the 5800 block of South Perea Street when someone walked up on him and shot him in the head. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead from his injuries. Only about 5 hours later on the same day, Deshane Gray, aka Buddha, from the same gang set, was talking to a friend at about 11:30 a.m. in the 1600 block of South Luna when another male walked out from the alley, pulled out a handgun and shot him. He died at only the age of 22. About 6 days will go past without any alleged gang members dying, all up until June 23, 2018. LaShawn Hayes, aka Peanut from the Shield set, was shot at about 6:13 p.m. in the 5500 block of South Shields. He was also taken to the hospital where he died from his injuries. A day later, on June 24, 2018, Gregory Smith, aka Gizzle, was standing outside in the 4400 block of South Prairie when someone passing in a vehicle shot him. He was struck in the chest and was taken to the University of Chicago Medical Center where he died from his injuries. He died at only the age of 26. 2 days later, June 26, 2018, Jeffrey Austin, aka Jeff from Muff Mob / Nuke City, was driving at about 5:30 a.m. He was in the area of Central Park and Madison Street when he got into an argument with a passenger inside a vehicle. During the argument, the passenger pulled out a gun and shot him. He died at only the age of 21. This last murder would happen at June 30th, 2018. Luke Page, aka Lukey from Lakeside, was walking on a sidewalk in the 5600 block of South Wabash Avenue when someone in a passing vehicle shot at him. He was struck multiple times in his body. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead from his injuries. This would mark 25 murders that happened in 1 month. And remember, this wasn't all of the murders that happened. This was just the alleged gang members that died. But that'll be about it for this video. Make sure you like or dislike, comment, and subscribe. And let me know down in the comments what y'all want to see next. And as always, stay blessed, stay well. Yeah, I'm out.